one of the best. You've got him for abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
So for the final time, the iRacing safety truck heads on toward pit road, and the 12 of Alex Bergeron will be in command of the field, and we are on it. Put the last 50 laps on the board. We are green at Charlotte, and Alex Bergeron has a 2-car length lead. The 127 of Matjoulis goes to the bottom, and the 00 Kendall Tucker already nearly fighting 3 wide. The fight is on for the lead. Blake Matjoulis wants it early.
Wow, they get into each other. I'm surprised they're getting after it this early. The 127, I thought he might take it easy here at the beginning of the race, but he wants to win this thing. He not only wants to win this championship, he wants to do it on a high note, but here comes his teammate and the 0 car. Kevin Dedmon's not wasting any time in the front of the field.
And Kevin Dedmon is not going to give these guys an inch. He's been so close the last 3 races to picking up main event wins, and he's been just short. The 127 Matjoulis to the bottom, the 00 Kendall Tucker in the middle, and Bergeron runs the top 3 different lines from your drivers fighting for this championship, and the 0 at Dedmon still pressuring on that bottom groove. The 127 has the lead, but not by very much. In towards 1 and 2, working lap number 5, and it's going to be 3 wide for the race lead.
Wow, the 127 went to the top of the racetrack. It almost cost him big time right now. Now he's going back to the bottom. Contact between him and Tucker. They hang on to it. Oh, my goodness. That could have been an absolute disaster right there. But the 127 hangs on, and Dedmon now takes over second. He looks back to the inside of Matjoulis for the race lead off turn number 2 down the back straightaway.
We had a car around in the background, but we're going to stay green. It was a very quick, momentary incident. As 127 of Matjoulis, maybe a little mistake on the bottom. No, I take that back. Just running the slider line. The fight's still on for second between Dedmon and Kendall Tucker, the 0 and the 00. 00 takes the spot that time for P2. Now Alex Bergeron trying to get into the mix as well. The 00 slams the wall, entering turn 3, but he's going to be able to hold on as Blake Matjoulis still not able to break away. And here comes his teammate. They make contact.
Yeah, contact puts the 00 on the outside wall. Throw a blanket over your top 6 drivers right now as they work down the backstretch of the dirt track at Charlotte. The 127 back to the inside. We really hope he doesn't hit one of those infield tires like he saw his teammate do. Oh, the 0 of Dedmon sideways. He hangs on to it. Almost spun around right there on the front straightaway. My goodness, this is unbelievable stuff at the front of the field right now. They're 2 by 2 from 2nd through about the 5th or 6th spot right now.
The 41 of Chad Prescott works the bottom as well. The 12 of Bergeron has been stuck to that top groove of the racetrack, and he's making it work. The 00 Kendall Tucker, he moves to the top side of the racetrack. He was running the bottom the last handful of laps, got that little touch with the 0, and he's moved up top. The 127 of Matjoulis, he's going to try the top side as Kendall rolls the middle, this time through 3 and 4. And down the front straightaway, your top 3 almost nearly single filed out in the points. In those top 3 positions, the 0 at Dedmon fighting wheel to wheel with the 12 of Bergeron.
I think these guys are really confused right now, Randy. They really don't know what the line is to run. They're trying everything they can. They're running down low. They're running up high. They're kind of sliding themselves. They're running the cushion, turning it off the cushion, and diving off the exit. Now these guys, Bergeron in particular, kind of running right up on the wall around the entire corner. These guys really haven't figured out what the best line is right now, and it's kind of throwing them for the loop. Here comes the 00 Tucker right back up to the back bumper of the 127. We're only working on lap number 12. There's still a lot of laps to go in this one.
A lot of laps to go for sure, and that 12 and the 00 have really dialed back the aggression. You know they're not leaving much on the table, but they're not fighting with each other so hard like we saw in the first 5 laps. The 12 of Bergeron slides a little bit up high coming off of turn 4, so he's going to drop back maybe just a little bit. The 127 of Matjoulis rolls the bottom. I thought the 00 Kendall Tucker might get a run, but the diamond line coming off the corner so strong for the 127 as your top 3 again all run different lanes.
Yep, they're nose to tail down the front straightaway. Now the 127 runs the middle. The 0 car up to the top of the racetrack. He gets the wall right there. Now Bergeron gets into the back of him. Hangs on to it. That's going to allow the 127 to pull away big time down the backstretch. He's on a 4-car length lead now after the contact between Kendall Tucker and Alex Bergeron. And now you can bring the 0 car of Dedmon and the 41 of Prescott back into the fight.
127 Matjoulis, he tries the top, but he doesn't really like it. Immediately diamonds off and gets back down to the bottom. So the 127 car not feeling comfortable up top, and someone who does feel comfortable up there. The 12 of Bergeron, he just got stacked up behind the 00, but he immediately slings it back up to the cushion. Top 3 separate again as the 127's right up against the wall. The 12 of Bergeron tries to slide them both, but can't get it done.
I thought the 12 of Bergeron was going for a 2 for the price of 1 right there down in the turns. 1 and 2 thought better of it, and both those guys got back by him. But we know the 12 car, he's feisty, and we might see a move come out of him once again as these guys all run the top of the racetrack in 1 and 2. It looks like 3 and 4. It's a buffet down there as far as different lines you could run. You can run the bottom, you can run the middle, you can run the top, as you're seeing right here as they all fan out to different lanes in turns 3 and 4. But watch down here. Everyone up on the concrete here at the Charlotte dirt track. Who's going to make the move first for a slider down in the corner to take the race lead away? Will it be the 12 of Bergeron or will it be the 00 of Tucker?
We'll have to wait and see as they run. I believe Alex Bergeron will be scored in the second place in points. Slider line from the 12 car. He wants the bottom. Here he goes. Can he get ahead of the 00? No, can't quite do it just yet. The top line so strong at the moment, and it seems like that middle and bottom, at least that ultra bottom lane chase, has really gone away. The middle still seems like a good place to play, but the 12 of Bergeron not able to make the slider line work as we're about 5 laps out from halfway.
Yeah, the middle of the track really isn't bad on both ends of the speedway. It's from the guys running at the back of the pack that are running the bottom. They're kind of throwing that loose dirt up into the middle of the racetrack and kind of creating some grip right there, allowing your leaders to kind of run right through there and keep up their speed. So those guys at the back or at the front are kind of hoping the guys at the back kind of keep running the bottom and throw that grip up into the middle of the racetrack. As you'll see right here in 3 and 4, the 127 and the 00 both run the middle right there as the 12 car continues to work the outside of the racetrack. 22 down. It looks like here comes the 12 again, trying to make a move for the second spot, but it's not going to be clear this time.
Oh, but he's going to get a good run, and he's going to nearly stay side by side down the back straightaway. That's one of the best attempts he's had yet. He didn't get clear, but he's able to at least keep a good run up. Look at the 0, Kevin Dedman, and the ground he's made up on these guys. Kevin Dedman in the 0, fastest car on the racetrack right now. Only a thousandth of a second quicker than the 127 of Matjoulis last time, but he is finding time hand over fist over second and third. Slider line from Dedman in towards 3 and 4, and he's going to reel in another car length on your top 3.
I said it earlier, but you couldn't write a better story than this. 4 of your top 5 in the championship standings running nose to tail down the back straightaway at the Charlotte Motor Speedway dirt track. The 127 back to the bottom. The 00 through the middle. The 12 on the top side of the racetrack. The guys at iRacing.com prepped a perfect track here for the championship round of the World of Outlaws Morton Buildings Late Model Championship. As the 12 of Bergeron tags the wall in turn 1, doesn't hurt him too bad. They work down the backstretch once again. The 0 of Dedman right now, right there in that 4 spot, trying everything he can to track these guys down and maybe play a spoiler in this championship.
As they run, he doesn't have any hope with the 12 of Alex Bergeron. Gets into the outside wall. The 0 of Dedman has no hope at the moment of potentially winning this championship as we are halfway, 25 laps down, all under green, 25 to go, and the 12 of Bergeron makes an uncharacteristic mistake running the top. He's into the outside wall again through corners number 1 and 2. That cushion line chase is getting really, really narrow, and I think we're about 15 laps away from these guys migrating back down to the bottom with the way they're running, especially through 1 and 2.
Yeah, 1 and 2 definitely. It's getting pretty treacherous up there. If we see something like Bergeron did right there with the 127 of Matjoulis, the 00 of Tucker's got to be all over him. There might be some contact from that little checkup from the 127 getting into the wall. I'm just really waiting on the 00 to make the move to the inside. I mean, really at this point, if he does pass him, he's got to hope the 127 makes a huge mistake and falls back even more positions as far as the championship's concerned. But I'm sure that 00, remember Randy, he has not won a race all season long, and I think he'd like to cap it off if he doesn't win the championship with at least a victory here.
I think you're absolutely right about that as we have the point standings at the moment as they run. If we can bring them up, how the championship would form out. As they run in this order, they would finish in championship order in the same way. Blake Matjoulis would take home that $10,000 prize. Kendall Tucker would be second in the points. Alex Bergeron would be third in the points by a single one for the second and third year chase. Even though there's $10,000 at the line and that's what everyone's running for, if you don't at least win it, you want to at least finish second. That's $4,000 versus $2,000 heading your way, and the 12 of Bergeron should be knowing that and is likely going to be probably pushing as hard as he can as we get a yellow and we're going to reset the field. In towards 3 and 4. iRacing safety truck to the infield. Blake Matjoulis is going to pick up the throttle. Can Kendall Tucker get the run? Answer is going to be no. The 127 can get up to the top. The 12 of Bergeron, though, he's isolated down to the bottom, and he is just going to hold on to third by sliding in front of Dedman. But here comes that 41 of Chad Prescott.
Wow, the 12 car. He just threaded the kneel right there in turns 1 and 2, sliding up in front of Dedman and right behind the 00 of Tucker to maintain the third spot. Here comes the 41 of Chad Prescott, trying to work to the inside of Dedman. He's looking for a career best run here tonight at the Charlotte Motor Speedway dirt track. He noses ahead of the 0 car, down into turn number 3 and 4 for that 4 spot. The 41 of Prescott came to play tonight, Randy.
He definitely did. We saw him be relevant in his heat race, just couldn't quite make any moves happen to get up the start up at the very, very head of the field, but he's fighting with the zero of Kevin Dedmon right now, down the front straightaway, nearly making contact in towards this corner. Excuse me, I believe that was 3 down on the back straightaway as the 12 of Bergeron trying to reel in the 00 and the 127. Chad Prescott, slider line to the bottom once again, but everyone has moved up to the top side of the racetrack, except for the most part, this 41 and the 88 behind him. Through 3 and 4 this time, but look at the bottom lines starting to somewhat form up through 3 and 4 chase. A couple of those guys starting to migrate down in towards the middle where that slick is. 10 to go next time at the stripe.
And my real question is right now, Randy, we saw last week at Limaland when Kevin Dedmon was running second to Blake Matjoulis, he was really mad at himself in the post-race interview that he didn't make the move to the inside for the race lead until the last lap, and it cost him big time because the 127 blocked the move. Are we going to see something similar to that right here with the 00 of Tucker, or is he going to try and make the move earlier? Because I think that would really benefit him. Maybe get into a battle with the 127, maybe get Bergeron into the mix, and maybe shuffle that 127 back in the field a little bit possibly. I know they're teammates, but when 10,000's on the line, I think all that's out the window.
Especially in these final 10 laps. We have one car that pulls down onto the infield. It's the 33 of Evan C. So your driver, 5th in the points, is going to call it quits. He will come home in that 5th spot, and it's going to be Kevin Dedmon who locks up 4th because of that. Through the 1 and 2 this time, the 12 of Bergeron all over the back of Kendall Tucker, but he's not going to get there just yet. Through 3 and 4, a couple drivers run the middle in this top 3. The 12 of Bergeron finds the outside wall again through 3 and 4 off the cushion.
Yeah, my goodness, things are starting to heat up at the front of the field. The 00 looks like he's actually figured something out. He's within a car length down the back straightaway. The 127 continues to slide himself down into the corner. The 00 runs a little bit higher, but the same kind of line. He's right there with him down the front straightaway. Does he make the move in 1 and 2? No. Follows him on the cushion into turns 1 and 2. Bergeron's right there. You couldn't even fit one car length between all those guys right now. This is incredible stuff with just under almost 5 laps to go.
5 to go this time off of turn number 4. The 00 of Kendall Tucker is there on the back of his teammate. They need to make a mistake. They need to force that 127, into a mistake if either of these two running second or third want to win this championship. With a 127 of Blake Matjoulis just looking so strong at the race lead. 4 to go this time.
Matjoulis, man, he's doing everything he can right now. He's probably looking in his rear view mirror more than he is out front right now, waiting for the move from the 00 so he can try and tap the brake and turn it back down to the inside as Bergeron finds the wall right there. And that will all but eliminate the 12 car from this race lead. He loses about 5 car lengths off turn number 4. Down the front stretch they go. Next time by 3 laps to go for the 2019 World of Outlaws Morton Buildings Late Model Championship Series here on iRacing.com. Does the 00 make a move, Randy?
12 has dropped back about 2 or 3 car lengths. This may open up a window for the 00 to work with. Off of 3 and 4, coming to 2 laps remaining here tonight at Charlotte. Top side is where they all go. Through the corners number 1 and 2, the 00 Kendall Tucker is going to get into the wall, and he's going to get brought back into the 12 of Alex Bergeron. This is the fight for second in the race, for second in the championship. They'll see the white flag at the iRacing starter stand. Kendall Tucker will hold on to P2, this time in towards 1 and 2. The 127 Matjoulis, he's going to roll the bottom line through 1 and 2 in towards 3 and 4 for the final time. And the driver of the number 127 Swindell Speed Lab esports car, Blake Matjoulis, has won $10,000 and the World of Outlaws Morton Building Super Late Model Championship Series here on iRacing.